Ba-ba-da-bum, ba-ba-da-bum. Roman Power, Spin Play Games, 18th of June. New game from Spin Play Games under the operator of Microgaming. And welcome to Aboutslots.com, another exclusive review. And I already mentioned the game and the release date, but it's Roman Power, Spin Play Games, a fairly new provider to us. At least I haven't been seeing some of their games being played on streams or something like this before. And this is certainly the first time that we are reviewing a game from them. So let's get started. As you can see here, you can win up to 4,000 Danish, pardon me. You can win up to 4,000 times your bet size. It is all about landing hero wilds that will expand to a full wild reel should you land and connect with something. And whenever you land them, there is an opportunity for these hero wilds to grant you anywhere between 2 to 10 times the total win on that spin. So, let's take a look. And if you're new here, welcome. And if you're old here, welcome also. We're gonna have a look at the pay table as the first thing we do in these reviews. This I already mentioned about the hero wilds, and they will only expand should a win be present on a spin. And the power multiplier up to 10x, from 2 to 10x. The best symbols, as you can see here, the wild itself, and this is on a €1 fake euro bet size. So it's 20 times the bet. And then we have the helmet, the chest, the shield, some ammunition, some swords, and what do you know, the usual suspects are here and paying bad. And it's a 20 line game with the most common lines, I would assume, for most 20 line slots. Yes, now that is set, let's go ahead, and you have the option to turbo spin. We may use this later. This is the display for auto spinning for Spin Play Games. You will have, this is the amount of spins over here, total bet, and so on. You don't have to click it, you actually just have to press go, and so will I. And we immediately land 2 wilds, but they do not multiply, because up here you can see this fire burning. Should we when we land a wild, the wild will immediately show up the multiply here on the top where my mouse is. Oh, the screen is a bit sorry for this. I'm just fixing on the go. This is better, I assume. But it will show immediately. What I've said already is basically what this game is all about. It is somewhat Starburst on steroids, especially because of the potential is so much higher than on our good old friend Starburst. And there is sadly for this game no bonus. That could have been interesting to potentially have like sticky wilds or walking wilds as we call them probably. But in this case we are not that fortunate, and therefore the base game is basically what is of this game. Having said this, now you know, the secret is out. I will put on some turbo spins so we can see if we can get some of the bigger wins quicker. And also see how the wild will add a multiplier up here on the fixed lightning. Why do I keep saying lightning? That doesn't make any sense. On this, we could call it a cozy bonfire. For all I know, I don't know the English word for it, pardon me. And hopefully we'll get it. But yeah, as I said, it would be nice to see a bonus feature, because that always makes the grind more exciting, right? Now, maybe just do it like this. Oh, it's okay, I believe. Pardon for the screen, but this is basically the best setup I could get while still showing a smooth gameplay for this. And one thing, as I mentioned, I haven't been reviewing or playing any Spin Play games before, and I must say that their smoothness and design of the game is very, very promising, I say. Sure, there's not too many features to look out for and whatnot, but the actual flow of the game, and whenever you expand a wild and the soldier hero wild does his sword dance to illustrate the win, it is actually really, really good looking, and that is something definitely to appreciate as well, because when you have a game like this where it's basically all about auto spinning, grinding, and hopefully you'll hit at least 2 or 3 wild reels on one spin, it's very, I would say, it's enticing to play it more. Now you can see what I'm talking about here with him doing his something sound. And having said this, I would love to be like, yeah, I'll be back in a second with a big win, but I don't have any streamer luck feature on this particular game. Can you please add a multiplier? No, we only get 5 times the bet here. So that's not something I'm able to do to prepare from home. It's basically on the go. And this game, as I mentioned, is currently only exclusive on a Swedish and a Danish site, so there's probably not many people. Do we get a Roman Power Desire here? Or did my internet just decide to not want me to do this anymore? Alright, I'll have to pause here and be back in a jiffy. And welcome back to myself and my internet and the game, Roman Power. So I was kind of talking about the design and the smoothness, especially from a new provider, and here we go with a almost big win right away. Unlucky. And I mean, sure, many people nowadays are getting spoiled with the plus 20,000 times your bet size potential games, with a lot of bonus features and something that is really hard to grind and whatnot. So it is actually refreshing to see a kind of a very basic grind game with no bonus feature in that sense. Now we see him, yeah, there we go with the 3x on the torch, and that is not a torch, pardon me again. And of course we are not lucky to get it on the 2 wild reels, on the cozy bonfire as I named it. But as I was saying, it is really, or not really, but it is quite enjoyable to see a grind game instead of this. And I mean, the majority of players know and maybe love Starburst and those kind of games already. Joker Pro from NetEnt and whatnot, the old grind games. And this one is in that category, so it's something you can have running while doing other things, I would assume, because you don't have to look out for pressing anything, like click this box to unlock 5 times the bet size or lose a bonus or whatever. So in that sense, it's something new in an old way. I mean, I'm sure there is a lot of providers who are focusing on the very high volatility because the market has been shifting towards it. And of course, it's good for the entertainment once you do manage to hit one of the big wins in like 1 out of the trillion spins. I speak from personal experience here. So this time, I mean, that's maybe why Spin Play Games decided to go with this. It could be one of their first releases, and therefore I also believe it's a safe release in that sense, because there's not much to that can go wrong when you do it with these mechanisms and so on. Alright, well, having said this, I've showed you the game now and what to look out for, and it's going to be released on the 18th of June globally. Some of you guys may already have played it, and this is a new and kind of underground provider, as already mentioned a ton of times, Spin Play Games, under the operator of microgaming. So whichever casino has microgaming will have Roman Power released. And as I will always, let's just watch this. No, I will always remember you guys, since we are promoting gambling and particularly slots, it is very important to set limits when you're gambling and do not exceed these limits, and please play responsibly. Thank you.